So I've just got back from watching the Dandadan film Evil Eye, and if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to, and this is why. Evil Eye gives anime fans a preview into 3 episodes of season 2, which, if that isn't just enough to even go, then I don't know what is. Follows straight on from season 1, literally from like the moment like it finishes straight into the next one. So do you remember Momo's friend JiJi? So he takes Momo and Ocuron to his family home because he's seeing ghosts, and because of like this like spiritual connection and being able to kind of like sense those things, he was like kind of like, look, I need you to kind of check this out, you know, that sort of thing. When they get to this family home, well, only to find that there's a lot more a lot more going on than you think. The house is actually concealing it's called a Tsuchinoko, I think that's how you say it, that emits like psychic waves, which is actually driving like victims and people in that house, feeding on their anguish and sadness. All of them get ambushed actually by the Kito family, which are actually like related to JiJi, to be a human sacrifice. So throughout JiJi's life, he was haunted by visions of a boy, right? But actually this actually evolved into this ominous kind of like being as he aged, and he didn't really understand why. But actually these were manifestations of Evil Eye, seeking to like exploit his vulnerabilities. So he wanted to take over like JiJi's body and mind, and he was doing it in a way that would like trap him and kind of like take over his like emotional stability. This like ghost, which is what JiJi saw, was actually a yokai in disguise. He used that to manipulate and possess JiJi in the film, and it was crazy. Do you remember, this bit actually blew my mind. So in season 1, Momo's aunt always, whenever like they were talking to JiJi, she always used to be like, oh, you're such a genius, or he's such a genius, right? Did you know that that's because he had like strong spiritual powers, which like no one knew or kind of like even realized, like not even JiJi, which was crazy. And that was the reason why the yokai was like sticking around and kind of like holding on to JiJi like all these years, because he was waiting for the time to like strike and like take over his body and his mind. And once he'd done that, he actually turned into his actual like final form, which would then like be like this like super being, which absolutely blew my mind. Like the way that they created him and like the way that they portrayed him with like the colors and just like his design was like absolutely insane. Like I loved his design, and the fights and like everything was great. Like the way that he attacked and stuff like that, it was just, I was really impressed. Like I didn't think that they'd be able to get better than they did last time, but they did. So him and Ocuron, they had like this massive fight, which is absolutely crazy. Like it blew my mind. It was insane. Like because they're like both so strong and they're both so like overpowered when in those like forms. They're both like going like toe to toe. I guess the only thing that I would say is that I'm actually quite sad with how fast that the kind of like fight and the kind of like length that he survived was. It didn't last that long, or it didn't seem like it did. I mean, when you say that it's like 3 episodes of like season 2, then like not really, which was kind of like disappointing. But that means that there's got to be something more like for the rest of the season. Like that can't just be it, right? My curiosity is definitely piqued. In the fight with Ocuron and Evil Eye, there was this one bit where they're fighting in this like box, kind of like cage of like souls, and it was amazing. Like that was so good. The scenes in that, like, it blew my mind. It was so good. Like that was like one of the best bits in it. It was actually quite an emotional scene, him like going overpowered and him being like, oh, you know, like this is for Momo, and then because Ocuron had actually like made like great friends with JiJi in the film, like you're able to see that kind of like relationship grow, right? And he was like fighting for him as well, and he's like you don't take over my friend, and it was like, oh, like he's never had like good friends that like do all this for him. It was just so great. But then there was like still this like, I'll call it the earthworm because I really can't remember the name of it. So Momo discovered how to defeat the earthworm, and that was through like luring it out into the sun, and then they'd beaten Evil Eye. But the thing is, because he had taken over JiJi's body and mind, you're sort of like, it was kind of like left on a cliffhanger, because you're sort of like, well, is JiJi going to be okay? Is like, I don't even know, like what's going to happen? Like what's going to happen for the rest of the season? Because this actually blew my mind just in like the first few episodes. So I have no idea what's going to happen. And you're like, are you kidding me? Like it stopped it and like my heart was in my throat. And like I was just like, oh my God, I cannot wait till the season is out. But luckily we don't have to wait too long. It actually like starts up in July. Just wondering like what's going to happen is very, very, very exciting. And if this is like a sneak peek into what it's going to be like, then the rest of the season I'm sure is just going to get even better. You'll have to let me know if you've seen it. You'll have to let me know what you think to it. I think it's the first day it's like shown. So I haven't looked at any spoilers or reviews or anything like that. I've just kind of just got home and literally just filmed this off the bat. Hopefully you enjoy it. I mean, I definitely was not disappointed, and I went in with like no expectations, because you never know with like anime films. So you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments below. Can't wait to hear it. But honestly, season 2 cannot come quick enough.